What are we starting with?
Follow the agenda, I guess.
Yeah.
Most public hearing, purpose of vacating portions of an easement within the Royal Vacation Homes Subdivision. Where is that?
It's down by you,
Yeah. I think.
up, down, yeah.
I think you don't phone so I can read it. Also. Board of Alpha County Commissioners will hold a public hearing on February 5th, 2025 at 10 a.m. via Zoom.
I think that one's for the public hearing.
That one is,
This one's a notice of
this
public
is a
hearing.
notice of the public
Oh.
hearing. That is the public hearing.
So is this the notice? Or is that? Your turn.
This is
Okay,
notice.
you can read that.
It is to hold a public hearing on February 26th, 2025. For the purpose of vacating portions of 10-foot wide easement located in the northeast corner, block 10, block 2 of Royal Vacation Homes Subdivision plot.
So this is just the notice. You're looking at information for the actual.
Yep.
Hearing.
So there's
You get permission.
This is the one that we right away has part of the garage on it.
There's a water system there that they had to rebuild, and so we need to vacate the easement on 2 sides of the lot.
Okay.
So we just need a signature on that one.
And we'll get it to the newspaper.
We tried to fix that last week, but I don't think we were successful.
No, we weren't.
The public notices.
Rick smiled when he said that too. When he said, well, it goes the same.
Okay, next is that conditional acceptance.
Temporary acceptance for Kids Place subdivision improvements. And it is temporary because we can't get out there to fully inspect it due to the, well, we might be able to now.
Not today.
Anyway,
Take your waders.
they bonded for 150% of the improvements.
So Kids Place is a very small subdivision off of Harding Lane that was intended to be private roads and to have a bunch of fourplexes on. And so we're essentially giving them temporary conditional acceptance, even though our conditional will never be to the point of we're doing maintenance on it, because they chose to do as a private road rather than a public road.
Was that so they could put things, driveways closer together, or so they could make the road narrower than we like?
Probably a little bit of both of those, and they didn't like some of the standards that we had for swells, and they didn't like where we had certain other requirements, so.
So we're given temporary acceptance until April 1st. Get out there and do a final inspection.
Okay.
Or February 5th.
It's gonna snow this afternoon. It's gonna get sub-zero by tomorrow.
Is it really?
After tomorrow. Up in my neck of the woods, I don't know what it's gonna do down here.
It's just shut down. See, some people shut down business in the summer. We need to shut down business for about 6 weeks in February. January, February, March. Last week of January, 4 weeks February. Go out there to come
A
back.
42-day business cruise.
Something like that.
Training,
Somewhere south.
training, education.
The next is to sign and review and sign the agreement with Cannon's Construction to do an irrigation project on the corner of Holmes and 49th South This is in preparation to do a traffic signal that we have nearly designed. We're going out for the right of way. We don't have the right of way yet. But in preparation to get it before the water comes into the canal, we've got to do some irrigation structure work. So I've got an agreement that Ashley printed out. I think it's the bottom one there.
Diagonal.
It does go diagonal, and we're only gonna do the northeast corner of it right now. But when the rest of it happens, we'll probably have to do some work on the southeast or southwest corner north. Yeah, we'll have to do some of that probably after water goes out in the fall now. Just for you and make copies of it. Next, I think we do have a public hearing that is scheduled, so. Now you can probably open the public hearing and read through that.
Did you have anything for us, or you just here to be entertained?
Stacy, need anything from the
Well, it's
city?
good to see you.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see that you commissioners.
Start back over there. Board of Commissioners, Oklahoma County, hold a public hearing February 5th, 2025, 10 p.m., 10 a.m. Zoom meeting, and then Commissioners hearing, Vacating Courthouse, 605 North County. Groups of vacating portions of the Lodestone Drive and Cylindra Street along portions of the public utility easement dedicated to as part of Ammon Lincoln Subdivision 2, as recorded in instrument 1775462. Florida County Records. This was published January 17th, 24th, and 31st. Of the North section of the Post Register, 2025. Tell us all about this.
So, yeah, so this is a proposed abandonment and vacation of a public road right of way and public utility easement pursuant to Idaho Code 40-203, which deals with vacation of public right of ways. 50-1325, which deals with vacation of easements, and 50-1306A, which has to do with vacating of subdivision plats. This petition was submitted by Riverbank Management November 7th, 2024. Public hearing is scheduled for today. 10 o'clock. In the packet, page 2 and 3 is their petition. They are wanting to vacate a knuckle at the intersection of Lodestone and Cylindra. I guess the sheriff's department requested this to be removed, and they're hoping to add this vacated portion to the adjacent lots with a replat, as I understand.
So it ties in with what Penny-
What's that?
it ties in with what Penny was saying
Right,
earlier.
right.
Right in that same area.
Page 3 is the boundary description of
Right.
what they'd like to have vacated. Page 4 is a shot of Ammon Lincoln Subdivision Division 2. The area is highlighted in yellow.
Yeah.
Page 5 and 6 are aerial site maps, and again, the area is highlighted. Page 7 shows the parcels within 300 feet that were notified of this public hearing. Page 8 through 10, I believe, is the letter or map sent to the adjoining landowners. Page 11 is the utility facility request. I did through dig line to identify any utilities that are in the area. They were Blackfoot, Cable One, Falls Water, Intermountain Gas, and Rocky Mountain Power. Again, the next 3 pages are the letter sent to the utilities, notifying them of this public hearing. The only utility that I received any communication from was Blackfoot Communications, and they stated they didn't have any utilities in the area. This would affect. Page 15 and 16 is the advertising invoice. It was advertised on January 17th, 24th, and 31st, 2025. Last page is the notice of public hearing. Do you have any questions for me?
I have a question. You say it's the sheriff's office that's asking for this?
Riverbend is the one that's actually requesting it because they're the owner of the property. But it ties in with what the sheriff's department or sheriff's office wants to do with a land adjacent to the Hammond field office.
So my question, I guess, is why was, it looks like it was butted out that far originally for emergency vehicles, maybe?
No, they had a knuckle on the subdivision road. And it wasn't necessarily, I talked to them when Riverbend platted it that way and said, why are you putting the knuckle in there? But they have other knuckles in the subdivision that they, personally, I think they do them for aesthetics and no other reason, but
Get an extra house.
sometimes they get after houses. But this particular reason, they don't get extra frontage,
Extra house. Compass slipped when they were drawing the circle. Questions? I don't have any questions. Thanks. Appreciate all your work you guys put into this one.
Do you recommend that we vacate it?
Let's.
Yes.
We have
Just Travis online here.
Travis, do you have a comment about this? Your mic is muted.
You say something to me? Sorry, I couldn't hear. I can't hear real great, but
Okay, do you have a comment about this or question?
nope, no questions or comments. I was just logging on to see if it got vacated.
Okay. Well, just about to, yeah. Chair to get a motion. Questions?
Yeah, no more questions. Don't we usually take these under advisement,
Okay.
just to take under advisement and then they'll bring back findings.
That case, we'll take it under advisement and
Get with you individually and
collectively. and
bring back findings back.
next week or two.
You'll prepare those for us?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? What's that?
It appears that there were no objections to the vacating. We had 2 members of the public appear.
Yeah.
And there were no objections.
No objection, no. Okay. No, the other thing, open discussion items, I think Blair may have something to bring up, or don't you? Okay.
He was gonna ask for a new truck, but he can test the water. It's just.
I already bought one. It's not new, that's how I see. I
Yeah,
snuck around.
you
I
snuck
bought a
around
used one.
it.
About an old tractor.
Yeah,
Bought an old
okay,
truck.
it's okay.
Just a piece of information for you, there are areas where some slight flooding is happening around the county. Water is running over the roads. We haven't heard of any roads being washed out yet, but we will keep looking at those situations. So,
Like
They're
that
not, they're not kayaking across Highway 26 up there with the
Not
iPhone
yet.
publish.
yeah, not
Not
yet.
yet.
It has happened. It will happen again. In this area, the largest flood event that is anticipated is rain on snow. And it does happen. So calls about different areas, let us know, but probably will have already heard about it too. So
Go back open.
I have
From
no
that
idea.
out of reach.
That's outside of
Haven't heard
Not like
anything.
it's Friday.
Haven't heard anything.
God knows it's on.
Well, unless you have something coming across that direction on the back of the truck, but
I haven't. The trash comes that way out of Teton County. The guys up on the hill, I was saying about them not coming, but that doesn't work. I don't know.
there was a tremendous amount of traffic late yesterday coming over the pass and then going back to Wyoming. So that was, they said they had closed indefinitely. They didn't know how long,
Wow.
but I don't know.
I haven't heard.
I talked to the contractor that that hauls the trash day before yesterday. And he said that it had snowed about a foot over there and then started raining on top of that, so that's perfect.
Makes for a good slip.
Yeah, that makes for a good combination.
Do you want to find out any more information about Elma Drive, or do you want to wait for her to come, or?
We'll see if she was just.
Okay.
We'll see if she follows up. No, she hasn't responded to my response.
That's fine.
And the way, I mean, she didn't, I mean, she reached out on my campaign Facebook Messenger, which my daughter didn't monitor. I didn't ever know. Manages all that. She said, you might want to read this one.
Well.
And I think we heard from them before a year ago.
And
But
it's the same information.
That's why I knew you had it. That's why I thought this would be a good place for her
This subdivision, Panorama Hills.
Another one that I say, since I was 14.
to. Yeah. It's the only kids up there who,
It's got some challenges. So
They still exist,
they do.
so somebody's got
I'll
some
get it to you.
issues.
Yeah, they have issues. They want their road fixed when it should be a contractor fixing it. So
developer.
We have some information on the light poles. I know you're looking at
Oh, good.
what costs would be. So about $2,200 for a pole and light to install. Well, no, plus install.
So what would you say the minimum reserve in should be?
My crystal ball is broken. I don't know
Well,
how many times.
okay, so historically, when we've had to go in and fix a light pole, on those rare occasions, it's just been a light pole, there's been an additional half the cost of the light pole for wiring or.
Well, it's been roughly 6,000 to replace the wiring. Wiring is broken. And I don't know if we've replaced a pole like recently.
the pole is over $2,500 each for the poles. Culver heads, if they continue with the culver heads, which I think David talked to them, they're, I don't, Rocky Mountain Power.
No, it seems like a topic we need to get more comprehensive about before we.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as,
That's good information.
as soon as they run out of the,
High pressure.
yeah, the stuff to maintain. Yeah, the
Current
sodium lights, then they're going to go to LED and make it all customer based. They won't own anything, so. It'll be all on the county and the lighting district, so.
When they get a run out of that.
He couldn't tell me that.
Oh,
His crystal ball was broken too. So
It's- I
And
think
that
it's
was you,
getting there
Rocky
fast.
Mountain Power.
that's-
And they can do that, just,
I guess so.
If you know a way to stop it.
Hmm.
Yeah, roughly 6,000 for an electrical line break. 2,200 plus install for a new pole. If you have to buy a pole and LED.
Probably need a minimum of at least 10 in there at all times.
that's what I was thinking for the reserve in the
So I
site.
think in the one, we have 14,000. It only takes
that's a pole and a half.
two breaks.
And it has 71 poles in that subdivision.
Yeah,
But isn't it the case if they're damaged by, I mean, I know
Yeah.
that's been hard to prove, but if they're damaged by somebody else or auto accident or something like that, then their
If
this,
it's auto accident, there's usually a.
insurance will cover it.
Assuming the vehicle's insured. and the
Oh,
driver was-
Everybody gets insurance. What are you talking about?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Supposed to have.
Well, that narrows it down for us to talk to Scott
Yeah.
about.
It's good. So we'll
Thank you.
get that on our agenda for Scott. Next Tuesday. If you would.
Have you guys looked at House Bill 101 at all?
No.
It's a proposed change to right-of-ways and right-of-way vacations that's in the House. And then I signed up for their emails, so I get a daily list of everything that they're proposing. So that's just been printed. It hasn't gone anywhere yet. And then 103 is a change to the open meeting law. I don't know if you've looked at that.
No.
And then they're also proposing 104, which is a bunch of change to the agricultural building stuff for us, but that's really just information on this. Keeping you guys updated on what I've seen.
Changing the meeting law, public meeting law, been printed.
Yes, yep, it's printed and it's been sent to the committee, yeah, and so has 101, so. Just something to be aware of, you might want to follow, just see where it goes, but
Any movement on either of the flag laws? Flag legislation.
I haven't seen anything new. But yeah, if you go to their website and look at the link, there's a button you can click that just says you can either sign up just for a specific bill or for all of them, that they'll just give you email notifications. So I usually just go into the ones that I feel like apply. And that way I'll get an email to say either this is progressing or this is where it's at, so I know.
Clearly, you have more emotional resilience than I do. To get all of them every day.
Well, it's more of a, I need to know when it passes and they say in this fine print, you have to make all these changes by this
Like July
date that we
1st, I
actually get
know.
it done.
I really appreciate you having your folks over there.
It was good.
It's beneficial for everybody else. Questions. It's good input in those discussions.
Yeah, it was good, worth the miles. That's all that I had. There is, John, you'll remember, there's a guy out by Roadhouse's gravel pit that they wanted to buy division rights at one time from the county next on our property that we own next to Roadhouse's pit. And we went through all the work to do that,
Put them up for auction.
put them up for auction, and then nobody bid on them. You remember that? So he sent me an email 3 days ago that said, we'd be interested in buying these again, but the stipulation is we would buy them for 50,000, but we don't want to do any county road improvements, which that road needs improved. So I emailed him back and said, well, you need to go talk to Lance first, and if we can get through that hurdle, then maybe we can consider it again. But I told him, I'm like, we're not gonna go to all the work again unless we have something in writing that says we will buy these if they go to auction, and not a stipulation that you can't tell us that we have to improve the county roads. So you'll probably hear from him, but
Yeah, that was a lot about nothing.
yeah.
Well, they wanted it for nothing. And then sell the lots for a lot.
Yeah.
So that was all that I had.